Mingi, roar. Shall we?
맞추고 말해 함부로 쓰지마 ATEEZ 냄새 화내지만 나한테 분수를 하고 카피했다며 일단 장전하면 난 속어 내가 마치 인베이션 대기업도 따라하는 비전 데시벨을 초기하는 비명 내 차용 고인상을 찢어 기사는 고생하지 우리 때문에 스타디움 문마비 쓸데없이 하나 공연 크기로 정시를 하기 어조차는 평론가 선배들은 사라져 저 밑으로 세척하는 걱정이들은 쓰러져 like domino 저는 예쁠 달려나가지고 와 한국으로 찬양글은 좋아 그건 비밀로 They're such a problem They're just a tire They're stuck in drama They're fake the fighter
We had a close call, my friends. First of all, if you've never been to, I don't even want to say a K-pop concert because I've only been to one. Saw J-Hope. You're welcome. Unless you remember the old Arsenio Hall days, that barking, it's coming back. And it just goes all across the stadium. Yeah, it's a thing. I know you like the barking. So here's why I tell you we had a close call. Now I like Mingi. I like ATEEZ. The song is decent up to this point, and I'm watching it going like, okay, like it's got to do something. Like it's okay, it's not bad. I mean, it's got some potential. It's decent. There's not much to the video. I'm like, okay, let's see what they do here. And of course, like I'm in my brain as we're going through this, I'm trying to think, how can I say this? How can I say this when just yesterday we watched, what was it? It was the choreo, it was the dancing. Oh, it was Yosang. We watched Yosang yesterday, and that friggin' legacy. Oh my God. I must have spent, 30 minutes on that video? Oh my God. It was a masterpiece. It was so good. And people have been asking about Roar with Mingi. Okay, we'll get to it. So we finally get to it. And I'm thinking like, what am I going to do now? I praised your song yesterday so highly. Now we get to Mingi, and I'm not going to have much to say. And then this is, trust me, this is what's going on in my head as I'm watching the video. As soon as I say stuff like that, people are going to start saying, You're a Mingi hater. This is why Mingi suffers from not getting the feedback that he deserves from the company. Oh God, here we go. This is what life is like on this side of the screen. So I'm trying to think, like, how can I say this? But thankfully, I didn't need to.
There's such a problem. They're just a tire. They're stuck in drama. They're fake provider.
Because here's what I think that's really clever that they did. The lyrics that I saw, and I saw very few, but the ones I saw, plus with some of the crowd chants in the background, the song has a power to it, but it very cleverly kind of, in my opinion, kind of lulls you. It kind of settles you into a space. And this is why I'm thinking, like, you got to do something. You can't let me sit here for nearly 3 minutes and not spend this currency that you're building with me. You got to do something, right? So I think they do that. They bring you along and you're like, okay, we're all kind of bopping our heads and getting into it pretty decent. But when they spend that currency, that's the flavor right there. That was, I need that payoff, Joe. Here it comes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh. Hell yeah. Dirty. Now, I do want to thank Mingi and this video because it helped me find a term for a way that I have visualized something for the longest time, and I just now realized that it's a thing that I do, and I have a name for it. Especially when you make stories for a living, like I do, mostly. I have this term, which I'm now going to say, dials and switches, right? Because as you're making a story, you're making a video, there comes a point where you have to kind of flick a switch. Now, sometimes that's pacing. You have to install something that's like a pace grab, and you have to make sure that the viewer is still with you in some way. And then sometimes you got to take the emotion that you're building with the viewer, and you have to kind of dial it up a notch. And once you get it to that point and you flick that next switch, something else happens, right? So I've always kind of envisioned this board of dials and switches, but I've never really had a name for it. And this right here kind of helped me realize that that's exactly what's kind of happening. And if you watch this, you can kind of watch it being put into play, okay? So we're at 1:44 right here. We've got 1 minute left of the video. When this build starts, the song changes and you get the doo, 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 doo. That's the first switch. But then you're going to hear it go and you start to feel the song build, and even the voices get higher pitched. They're starting to turn that dial. Flick it. Here, what? Right, we're burning that dial, and then once it's time, we're going to hit that next switch. And we're going to find places along the way till the end where we can flick more switches. Another switch. When we go to this underwater part, we change the visual. We give you the sound that's muffled like you're underwater. That's another switch. Nicely done. Very nicely done. I do have to ask this question because I know it means something and I don't remember. What is the fix on, fix off? Does anybody know? Nobody said anything in about 12 seconds. It's his catchphrase. What does it mean? Like we know it's him? Fix your attention on him? That sounds like a guess. It means Mingi. So it doesn't actually mean something. He could have said burritos. He could have said our burritos, and we would just know it's Mingi because that's what he always says. That doesn't sound right. Fix on is his rapper tag. It means he wants you to focus on him. This one says fix off. Do we not focus on him? I really am trying to understand. I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass. I think he uses fix on when it's a group project and fix off when it's his solo. Okay. Huh. Mingi's catchphrase, fix on, serves as a rapper's signature tag to signal his verse and to direct listeners' attention to his rap. Okay, that makes sense. The phrase is a play on words, as when spoken quickly, it sounds like his full name, Song Mingi. That's clever. There you go. And then fix off for his solo projects. Got it. Okay. I won't remember that for next time, but today I've got it. I'm glad this worked out. I really am. And for the reasons which I was explaining, yeah. I would venture to say that Mingi had quite, and actually this is a solo project, so obviously I'm saying something redundant here. But what I was gonna say before I reminded myself that it's a solo project is I would venture to say that Mingi had a lot of input here. He had a lot of creative control over this because this whole set and vibe feels like what Mingi would want with that creative control. So, well done.